All right, positive energy all the time. Good to see you all. Rep your city. You know how we do. As we talk about this crazy subject right here, man, oh man, man, oh man, oh man, man, oh man. You better protect yourself. I tell you that. Play if you want to. Play if you want to. Of course, the media is not telling everything. I'm sure you know that. We got Newark, New Jersey in the building. We got Tallahassee, Florida. Shout out to everybody on Kick. I'm representing Chicago. All my people on Twitch. What up over there on Twitch? Everybody on YouTube. You know it's the Rack in Chicago. And everybody on Facebook. Good to see you all. We got New Orleans, Louisiana in the building. We got Texarkana, Texas in the building. We got the UK, England in the building. We got Richmond, Virginia in the building. We got Buffalo, New York in the house. Well, right now we're going to talk about HIV. You know, HIV is like really, they're not trying to tell you how bad it is, but it's extremely bad. Extremely bad. And they don't want to tell you the numbers. Like I've been doing the research, and some people, they're not even mentioning Illinois. So some place you go, they'll say Illinois. Other place you go, say not. So they got the research is very vague on how bad it is. But if you look at the lifestyle people living, and you look at the substances they taking, right? Those substances is making them do all type of stuff. They about as lewd as they ever been before. And then when you got relationships and you can't keep relationships together, okay, every time you break up, you sleep with somebody else. So you might not be nasty, but you get with him, y'all break up. She go sleep with somebody else, he go sleep with somebody else. Him and the new girl break up. Her and the new man break up. They both go sleep with somebody else. So you got two, then that's four, then eight, then 16. Just like that. Because of the breakups. You know what I'm saying? The two people together and break up. Now they with two more people, break up. See what I'm saying? Them two people they left is with two more people. They with two more people. See this? See what I'm saying? So me, I'm with a woman. I break up. She with some other man. I'm with some other one. If that break up, now we with another two. Everybody we break up with is with two other ones. When they break up, they with two other ones. And so when you look at it, it's just gonna spread. So my one, if I got HIV and I sleep with her and we break up and she goes sleep with dude and give it to him, he cheating on her, he sleeping with two other women, or he break up with her, he get another woman. Now she got it. I'm with somebody else. They got it. They got it. They got it like that. And it's just gonna spread. you're going to use a condom if you're just messing around. But if it's your girlfriend, you're not going to use a condom. If it's your fiance, you're not going to use a condom. So now when y'all break up, you understand? So it's not like everybody just having. There are a lot of people that just having sex, that too. But you have a lot of people having a hard time staying in a relationship. Relationships are coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. Relationships. And so when you're dealing with relationships coming and going, coming and going, coming and going, if anybody's infected, it's just going to spread. You mix that with a lot of drinking, a lot of pharmaceuticals, a lot of substances, a lot of wild parties, women doing stuff to women, exchanging body fluids, you know, kissing each other in certain areas, spreading it. It's all in their mouth. You understand? I go somewhere, I have a party. I got 3 girls. I'm running through all 3 of them. It's almost totally impossible not to exchange no body fluids unless it's just a quickie like bam bam. But if it's a hangout, you're going to have to not kiss. And so it's a situation where it's going to spread and spread and spread. And then you got men coming out the penitentiary that have been sleeping with men. They got it. They coming out not letting nobody know they've been with men. Now they with women. They going from woman to woman to woman. He break up with her. She get a new man. She want to be loyal. The man don't. He be with her for a while. Got it from her man from prison. He go, boom. Then people shooting up, people in prison, people having sex the unnatural way. And it's just a mess, basically. And it's not just that. It's herpes. It's all type of STIs and STDs. A lot of them. A lot of them. All over the place. There are a lot of men on the down low, and there's a lot of women on the down low. There's a lot of men that when their wife go hang out with her girlfriend, they doing stuff before she come home. Not only that, your wife will go out with her girlfriend will be sleazy. And women, some of these women have a tendency to drop their guard when they with a girl, and she'll go do just anything, things she don't really do. She'll go be with 2 or 3 men because this girl she with gonna go do it and talk her into it. Come on, girl. Don't worry about Pharaoh. He ain't gonna know. Take her somewhere, there's 3, 4 dudes in there, it's just him and her. They run through all of them. She a little drunk. 3, 4 dudes that ran through your wife when she come back home from the club. Because she went somewhere outside her element. It's a side of her you don't know. Okay? You see what I'm saying? And so it's just gonna spread. You know what I'm saying? Like a woman could talk your wife into some shit. That's why the girls' night out is your horror story for you. You know what I'm saying? They got new stuff that you can take where people don't know you got it and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But this is like a real close to like a Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I mean? You take it. I wasn't with none of that girls' night out stuff. My thing is like this. You gotta let a hoe be a hoe. Period. So if I got with a woman and she go out with her girlfriend, it is what it is. If I find out you cheating, it's over. If I don't find out, I don't know. I give you enough rope to hang yourself or whatever. But you gotta let a hoe be a hoe. I can't be monitoring no chick like that. I either can trust you or I can't. If I can't trust you, that's on you. If I'm with a woman and I feel like I'm a good man and she got a strong relationship and she go mess that up, she got to go find another strong relationship eventually, and that might not necessarily happen. So you gotta let people make their bed and lie in it. Because you can know your woman and you could think she ain't gonna do that, but how would you know? There's no way you can know. Men are getting DNA tests and find out the baby ain't theirs, the baby 20. They've been raising the baby 20 years. It ain't even a child. So it ain't really nothing uh, you can go crazy over like that. Yeah, I don't want to be no warden like my woman in no jail. She gotta go do what she gotta do. And if she get out of line, I'm gonna eventually see. I'm gonna see it. She's not gonna be able to do it much for you to see it. You're gonna see it. And then that's on her at the end of the day. If she smut herself out, that's her. I cannot watch no woman 24 hours a day. I gotta go to work. When you go to work, you don't know what your woman is doing when she go to the store. Is she at the store? Don't take that long for her to get smutted out. 30 minutes. And she could be back home in an hour and you don't never know what happened. But she can end up giving you that package, or you can end up giving her that package. Men is at work doing all type of stuff with their wife at home. You know what I'm saying? Men is at home doing all type of stuff to their wife. You know what I'm saying? You say it must be so disappointing and shameful. Disappointing, shameful for who? It might be a little disappointing, but not like that. You'll be all right. The act itself, not necessarily. No, it ain't shameful or disappointing. They having fun. They ain't thinking about no shameful or disappointing. It ain't shameful at all. People got two sides. You know what I'm saying? People got two sides. You don't know what kind of person a person to turn to when they're not around you. They might not be ashamed at all. Do I think HIV has always been on the rise? I think HIV has been increasing and decreasing and increasing and decreasing. But from looking at society now, I would definitely say it's going to be on the rise. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, grooving old school, holla at a player. Maybe we could fix that for you. Get a little more faith. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be scared. You know what I mean? What you got to do is you just got to vet them. You just got to date them a long time before you get intimate with them. That's all. The prison system, yeah, they test going in but not going out. But the test, how long is it before it show up in your system? If I did something crazy Wednesday and you test me next Monday, will it show up that quick? It's a lot. I'm doing good, sister love. So, STDs and HIV and stuff like that is something you got to have concern, something you got to have concern for. You know what I'm saying? But when they talk about men and women, they both nasty. In both groups, they wild, right? But the women are worse because the women get ran through. The men don't get ran through. So common sense, it's going to be more two men doing one woman or three men passing one woman around more than one man at in a hotel with three women. It's going to be more two men on one woman taking turns on one woman than it's going to be one man taking turns on two women. Because the men got to eventually, shoot, and then they going to, not, it's going to be over for them. The women ain't got to do nothing but receive. So they could do it all night. One man can't do that, but if he's with two women, once something happens with the one, the other one going to have to wait. Whereas if it's one woman, all three men, she can do one man, then he through, then this man, then he through, then that man is he through. One man can't do three women as fast as three men could do one woman. You understand? Three men can do one woman quicker than one man could do three women. And a lot of these young girls, they getting gang, they get a whole gang. No, I ain't never been to Philly. know what I'm saying? I ain't never been to Philly. I drove through Philadelphia, but I never stopped and got a chance to go do nothing. But the way, when you look at society and how society is functioning right now, it's common sense to tell you it's going to go up. It's more and more LGBTQ. It's more and more sharing needles. Needles is bigger than what you think. And it's more single people. There's no way you can have a bunch of single people and not have HIV and STDs everywhere. Because the only way you can stop that is through marriage. Marriage is the only thing that stops that. You know what I'm saying? So when you see young men talk about they don't want to get married, these men are sleeping with this one, then that one. Some of them is sleeping with men. That's why they said, no, they don't want to marry no woman. Because they ain't going to come over here and tell you they like men. But in a married society, that's not going to be happening because a married society is not just marriage. So even the marriage society that they create now is a weirdo society. The marriage that the new young people is the worst marriages ever. Because the strength that stops all that is the man, the woman, and the children. The children create the responsibility, make you responsible. Whether this young generation saying they don't want to have no children, that's HIV and STD all day because they're irresponsible. The main thing that made marriages so strong to those that got married in the 50s was the children. A man wasn't in love with his wife. He was in love with his wife and kids. And you're not really willing to cheat on your kid's mama like you is just your wife. See, your child's mother is a much higher position than a wife, by far. If you got a wife, y'all ain't got no children, your wife ain't on no high position like a man that got 3 children by a woman. Your wife ain't nothing but a girlfriend. Your wife is not the mother of your children. And so when it's the mother of your children and you really bond with your children, your mind don't really got a lot of time for nobody else. Unless you just a nut. But you the typical man and you got a wife with 2 children, 3 children. Man, you ain't really trying to leave your wife and kids alone and run around with no goddamn chick unless you're just a weirdo. Who's trying to do that? You ain't really trying to do that. Because of the level of responsibility. The children are the one add the responsibility. So this is the weirdo young generation. They don't want to have no babies. So yeah, they're going to have HIV. They're going to have everything. They're going to have everything because there ain't no way they ain't got no structure. They ain't got no family. They ain't got no reason to be responsible. They all over the place. They don't got no family structure. A husband and wife, that's not a family structure. That's boyfriend and girlfriend. So when you look at this irresponsible society, they don't want to get married. They don't want to have no children. By the time the average woman get a certain age, I can't wait to meet you too, sister love. By the time like these young women now, if they don't want to have children, you know how many men they gonna have to be with? Because you got to understand, ladies suffer from loneliness. No matter what they say out their mouth, women gonna get lonely. And when she gets really lonely, she's vulnerable. And she might talk a good talk when she ain't lonely. But when she's sitting up in that apartment or house lonely, and there's a man that got her number on top, she gonna tell him to come over. And out of that loneliness, to keep him there, she gonna take them clothes off. She gonna take them clothes. She gonna keep him there. Because if she can't hold his attention, he leaves, she back lonely. So loneliness is rough for women. They can't do loneliness. Feminine men can't do loneliness either. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you could not have a growth in HIV and STDs and STIs with men talk about it's your turn now. You know what I mean? That's what they say. If I got a woman and we break up and they get what they say is their turn, what that sound like? That's what they saying now. They say, oh, it's just his turn now. They don't even know they be sounding foul. They be sounding foul, like scum. That's like a scum. Like, what? Y'all passing women around talking about it's your turn? That's HIV, ain't it? If I sleep with her for so many years and then you say pass her to you is your turn, that ain't nasty? You want to sleep behind me? I don't know about bragging about how they did it better than you and all of that, because you know what I'm saying? The only reason they want to do it better than you because they ain't having no babies. You ain't trying to do all. You get with a woman, y'all having sex. You get with her January 2026. Y'all start having sex. She gonna be pregnant by February and March. Once she get pregnant, y'all gonna still be having sex, but that sex gonna slowly be decreasing. And then she's gonna be big and pregnant. And then you gotta wait for her to have a baby. And then you can't run up in her right after she had a baby. And when she's ready to have sex again, she's gonna have another baby. So look how much time you're gonna be spending being a father and helping her through pregnancy. You're gonna be doing that more than you're gonna be having sex. So now, boom, she got 3 children. She don't mind. Y'all messing around. A couple years go by, she had 3 children. Now she telling you she don't want to have no more children. So now you got to figure out what you want to do not to have no children. So now she got to either get her tubes tied or you got to use some type of sexual protection. So now you're just having sex. So now the sex is corny because the best sex is the ones that make the babies. If you're just having sex just to have sex, now you're turning it into some kind of weird fun type of thing. So now when you turn it into some weird fun type of thing, then yeah, y'all liable to cheat on each other, break up, because it's just fun. So she'll break up with you and want to go have fun with somebody else. You break up with it because now it's just fun. Originally, by the time they was older, they had 8 kids, 7 kids in the real world. Not in this bullshit world y'all live in. When you get with a woman, by the time y'all get older, y'all supposed to have anywhere from 5 to 13 children. That's how it was really supposed to be, which would have put breaks in between all that sex. It would have put more responsibility into the relationship. You ain't on that no more. So now you're just doing weirdo sex because you ain't having no goddamn babies. And sex without babies is nothing, really. Sex without babies is whack. How is that going to be righteous? How you going to keep that in order? When the whole purpose of the vagina and the penis is to have babies. It's really not for nothing but that. But you don't want to recognize that's what sex is, to reproduce. It's to reproduce. So now you're making it for pleasure and all of that. But it's pleasurable because it has to be pleasurable, because if it's pleasurable, then you're what? You'll reproduce. So it's made pleasurable to ensure you have babies. It wasn't made pleasurable for you to ensure you just keep doing that. Like they've turned it into now in this Babylon society. You got to know, in the original society, you need them babies. You need that son that's 17 with a whole bunch of little brothers and sisters to help, to grow food, to do maintenance on the house, to survive, to pick up a gun if the boys have to defend the home. You understand? But you got to look at it in ancient terms to understand what it's for. My father was the youngest of 13, and my grandfather's farm was booming. The man next door only had one son. They was poor and starving. My grandfather used to have to rent or send some of his sons to help the neighbor, because the neighbor didn't have food or nothing, because he didn't have nobody to help him grow it. But my father and my grandfather, they was doing real well. My daddy was the youngest of 13. By the time he went to school, his brother was the principal and his sister was his teacher. So now the brother's grown. So now he making money that can help his daddy. Okay? Because now your brother and sister, a bunch of them grown. So the family got what? Got more money. They got more money. Because daddy kids grown and they got good ass jobs. So then how's granddaddy? He's doing great. You understand what I'm saying? See, the children ain't no burden. Children makes you stronger, give you a stronger army, give you a better defense system. If you don't got children, who's gonna defend you? Well, now, they got us living in cities, so we don't live natural anymore. We don't live natural, so things are a little different. You see what I'm saying? So this is what sex was for. This is my father's and his brothers and sisters. 3 of them ain't even in the picture. I think they was in the military. So it's only 10 of them here, but it's 13. My daddy's at the top in the middle. He's the baby. The one at the bottom in the white, he's one of the first black principals in Alabama. The age difference between my Uncle Richard and my daddy is amazing because my Uncle Richard was the principal at my daddy's school when my daddy was a kid. So you see the benefit of having sex and having babies? And then all these people have babies. And you have a strong clan. You have a strong family. So there's a couple men missing out this. I think the three that's missing is men. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like 10 men. So imagine how good my granddaddy was doing with 10 young men growing up as he had his farm. My daddy's oldest brother in the light suit was his principal, and his older sister, which is probably the one next to the one in a light suit, or either the one all the way on the other end, was my daddy's teacher. So imagine my daddy went to school and his sister was his teacher. And they dressed like this because they probably had just went to a funeral. I got to ask my father. You know what I'm saying? Your woman won't abort your baby. The woman gonna do what the leader do. A woman will not abort your baby if you was a strong man. She will only abort your baby if you're weak. If you're a strong man, the woman is gonna follow you. Point blank period. My last daughter, when I met her mother, she had a set of twins and a boy. The boy was the oldest, and the set of twins was like 2 years younger, or years younger. So she had an older boy and then a set of twins. And then I met her. And then she got pregnant. And one day she was crying. Right? She said she didn't want to have another baby. And I know why she didn't want to have another baby. Because she already got 3 babies by 2 men. And she thinking if she had my baby, she ain't got no guarantee I'm going to be there. But I assured her that she going to have a baby and we going to be good. And she had the baby. And we raised the baby all the way through college. She didn't abort the baby because I showed interest. She only told me she was thinking about to abort the baby to see if I show interest. That was a check. That was a heat check. If you're a strong man, she gonna have the baby. But you got to be a man. And so when you get a woman, you got to turn that game off. You can't be a husband or no man with no woman and you playing the game. I'm gonna tell you straight up. If you like to play that game, you can't have no son and you like to play that game. Because the fact you like to play that game means you're a boy. And because once you play that game, you ain't gonna want to keep playing that game. If you're a real man, you just ain't gonna want to keep playing that. Ain't no man want to keep playing that game because I played the game. But when you get a game and play the game, it wear off after a while. It's new to you. You got a gaming system. You might be married. You might be married and get a gaming system and play it, but you're only gonna play it for so many years. There ain't no way you're gonna sit there and be playing no game. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ain't no way. Not no man. Man, a real man, you're going to get that NBA game, whatever you're going to play. And once you win the championship, whatever, you're going to put that shit down. You is not going to try to win another. You ain't going to do that shit no more. Not no man. Not no man with no children. Not no man trying to get no money. Where I got time to sit there and play that shit? Where you, boy, you sure got a lot of free time on your hands. You ain't getting no paper, huh? You sitting there playing that shit? Are they paying you? You T Grizzly? If they ain't paying you, if you ain't T-Pain or somebody that ain't paying you, you a clown. Who gonna want to have your baby? And so when you take babies out of there and responsibility, yeah, you're gonna have STDs, you're gonna have HIV. Everybody gonna be sleeping with everybody. Everybody gonna be doing gay stuff, straight stuff, all type of stuff. Swingers. There's no order. There's nothing. There is no order when it comes to sex without marriage and babies. You take away marriage, you take away babies, and you get STDs and AIDS. Okay? That's what you get. It's impossible not to. You get just a whole bunch of everybody just for everybody. Everybody just running around. People say they don't want to have no babies because of money. No babies is the opposite of generational wealth. Babies represent generational wealth. No babies don't represent generational wealth. How you going to get generational wealth when you ain't got no fucking generation? How you going to have generational wealth when you ain't got no sons to pass the generational wealth down to? Make that make sense. If you're single and you're trying to get money, that's not generational wealth. That's money you're going to pass away and you're going to give it back to the white man. That's not generational wealth. You ain't got no generation. And you young, you're in a relationship, babies is not going to stop you from getting money. That's crazy. I get in a relationship with a young woman. I'm 23, she's 22. We have a baby. Then we have another baby. By the time we have both babies, I'm like 26. She like 25. We got these babies. These babies is not stopping us from getting no goddamn money. That's all bullshit. I'm 25. When I get 45, my baby's going to be in college. You telling me you can't get no money from 45 to 65? You telling me you can't get no money when you was 35, when they was in high school? You couldn't get no money. You couldn't get no money because you had kids in high school because you ain't even got to watch them once they were 13. So show me how babies going to stop you from getting some money once they old enough to watch themselves. Make that make some sense to me. Because then they stop. Now nobody I know from getting no money. I ain't never heard nothing like that. Everybody was getting money, had babies. As a matter of fact, I don't know nobody that was getting money that didn't have no babies. Everybody I know was getting money had babies. As a matter of fact, the children, the wife and the children added to the hustle. Yeah, children add to the hustle. You get more money when you got a wife and children. You get way more money. Way more. She do better and you do better. Once she want to get a divorce, she got to hold the L. I don't give a damn how much money you got to give her in alimony divorce. She going to lose. She is not going to do better on no alimony and no child support. She not going to do better. She going to be doing worse. Facts. She going to be doing worse. Children equal money. I don't know what nobody told y'all. I told a lady, I said, babies equal money. She said, how you figure that? I said, I can answer that in 2 words. She said, what? I said, LeBron James. She said, what that mean? I said, 3 words. LeBron James' mother. She said, oh, yeah, she rich as hell. Duh. She said, oh, shit, she rich as hell. Yes. Yes. All these successful men, did their mama have a mistake having that baby? All these successful women, did their parents make a mistake having them babies? Babies is a good-ass investment. That's why you got to raise them hard. Babies is one of the better investments than anything you can invest in. You raise a baby right, that baby go be a doctor, you straight. They're going to come back. You're going to hear somebody out there blowing. You're going to go out there. It's going to be you a brand new car for you with a bow on it from your son, from your daughter. They're going to come. They're going to hand you some keys and tell you go with that. They done bought you a damn house. Not just basketball or football. Doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs. Not just basketball or football. Oh, no. How Jermaine Dupri mama doing? How Denzel mama was doing? How a congressman or a senator, how they mama doing? A mayor, how they mama doing when you the mayor? How your mom's doing? Principal of a school, dean of a school, how your mom doing? Great. Excellent. Doing real good. One baby, and everybody can do better. My sister's an engineer, so I don't be chasing money. I don't care about no money. I like to build businesses and get it. The money's not. I can call my sister. Hey, give me 100,000. She'll give it to me. I don't want it. I would have to have some type of big business investment to ask that. I could never be homeless or nothing happen to me. My sister is making big ass money, big giant money. I'm good. Her son's is making good money now. My daughter just got out of medical school. She's finna just make how much money over the next 10 years. My other daughter is in the tech. Great investment. My son does cartoons and shit for TV. They say I'm stubborn because I just like to do shit my way. But no, my children that's a hell of an investment. But you have to raise your children like their investment. You have to raise them like this is an investment. Oh, you got to go to school. No, you can't run the street with the gangs. No, you can't run the street and be no hoe. You got to go to school or I'm fucking you up. They're an investment. And then that cuts you. You're not doing no running around. You not really want to cheat on your children's mama like you're a cheat if it's just you and her. It's just something about it. Your mind changes when you run in children, when you raising children. You become a homebody more. You know, you got two or three children. One of the dudes call you, hey man, bro, you want to go to the club? Bro, I'm a grown ass man. I got three children, bro. I ain't trying to go to club. Go to the club? Bro, I got three children. What do you mean go to the club? You call me, what you doing? I'm over here whooping little Marvin's ass at this game. His little ass think he can play. I keep telling him his daddy used to play them. Oh, damn, man, you making me lose. My son cracking up. I told you, daddy, I could beat you. I got people to play with. I don't got to play with no grown men. I got my son keep wanting to whoop me on this damn game. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when you play the game again, when you have a son, but you don't know how to play the game, but he can play the hell out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's either two ways. Either you got the game and he too little and you buy for him and you beat him. But, you know, if you got a son and you older and you buy him the game, beat him, you better beat him a whole lot. Like beat him every time. Because once he learned that game, you ain't going to never win again. So you better win while you can. So you a father, you more into stuff like that. You know, you're a father. No, what you doing, man? I'm over here. My daughter kicking my ass on cooking, mama. I'm burning up all the food. Let me call you back, though, bro. I'm burning all the food. She winning. I'll call you right back. I'm on cooking, mama. I'm burning up all my shit. She laughing. She beat me at Super Mario. I can't drive. I keep going off the road, crashing. She driving this shit good. How is you on the road? You ain't number six. How is you driving this Super Mario Kart and flying through space and never going out into space? And daddy constantly in space. My car constantly spinning around. You know what I'm saying? This is what you're doing when you're a daddy. Now your wife, she loving wife, she know where her husband at. Her husband in there with the kids. She in there laughing because you losing and watching her baby beat you. Because they all going to cheer against you. You know what I'm saying? None of us wanted my daddy to win in Monopoly. We all wanted him to lose. This is a family. This is how it go. So you ain't got no time for no STDs. You at home with your baby and your children. You at home with your wife. You ain't trying to bring nothing back to your wife, period. You're not trying to bring nothing back to your wife. You're not trying to disappoint your wife. And you're not trying to get all your valuables towed up and throw out the window. If I'm a businessman, I got 2-inch tapes over there because I'm in the music business. I got tracks from Hurt 'em Bad that did Hail Mary. I got tracks from Rob Dickey that got Grammys with Beyonce. These 2-inch tapes is valuable. I got all my computers in there, all my business. You think I'm going to go out and cheat on my wife and she get mad and tear up all my stuff? So you start thinking different when you got investment. Cheating is destroying my business. I got to do business. There ain't no coochie in the world worth me messing all that up. Because a woman will throw all that stuff out the window if you hurt her. You come back, all your hard work is tore up. All that stuff you had on the computer gone. She didn't throw it in the bathtub. You lost everything. For what? For some chick that'll cheat on you. You don't even know this chick. You just run around chasing some coochie like that? Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't be chasing no coochie, man. Get you one girl to chill. Get you one man and chill. and raise a family. You know what I'm saying? Tear your car up to all that. Get you a woman, get you a man, get you somewhere to stay, have some children, and build wealth and build some successful children. I could just never bring my woman no AIDS or no syphilis, or I couldn't. I can't do it. I can't go out there and have sex with no woman and bring that back to my queen. I just couldn't do it. I just wouldn't be able to do it. I would be too paranoid. I just can't do it. If I'm with a different woman, the relationship's over. I'm not going to sneak around. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I can't do it. And that's why you get all that stuff. Because it's like Dracula. They say if Dracula bites you 3 times, that's it. Now he owns you. Well, y'all brothers don't know a woman the same way. If you got a wife, you cheat on her. The girl you cheating know you got a wife. You have sex with her 1 time. All right, if you have that 1 time and don't no more, she'll go about her business. You have sex with her 2 times. She gonna start getting a little feelings. You kind of taking a chance if you break up with her. But if you have sex with her 3 times, you're gonna come on. You're gonna open the door to your house where you and your wife live. You're gonna hear your wife in the kitchen talking to somebody. And when you go in the kitchen, it's gonna be that lady gonna be in your kitchen with your wife telling her everything. And he be with me. And yeah, I've been with him this long. I've been with him this long. And if you've been telling her all your business, that woman gonna tell your wife everything you told her. He told me about you and the kids. He told me y'all had a fight the other day and broke up. He told me you don't like your daddy. She gonna tell him. She gonna tell your wife. You gonna come in there. She gonna be in there with your wife. I'm telling you, in your house, in the living room or in the kitchen or in the bedroom, with your talking to your wife, telling her everything. And then your wife gonna throw you out, and then the girl gonna play you like a bitch. She might dump you too. Facts. Just for playing with her and not letting her know you got a wife. They both might do you really dirty. Now they both got 2 new men. Your wife get a new man and she get a new man. Just like that. Just like that. You threw it all away. For what? Because when you have sex with a woman, once you come, you're ready for her to get up and go. And that's why they want you to do all that hugging and all that romantic stuff, because they know naturally we wouldn't do that. She got to get all that hugging and stuff before we bust. Before we bust, ladies, you better get all the affection and everything from him before he busts. Unless he's a weirdo, like, feminine, one of these cadudes who, wear flower underwear. But if he's a typical man, once he busts, it's over. All interest is over. Now, if he's soft, he might cuddle and shit. But if he were a regular, real moron man, he ain't gonna be doing no cuddling. He might be tired. He might lay up and cuddle. If he's tired, he might hug you and lay down. But other than that, he probably want to go make something to eat. They act like HIV is normal to this generation. HIV, you know what I'm saying? Cuddling and foreplay. I mean, foreplay, 5 play, 6 play, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That ain't real, ladies. Stop trying to make a man be a girl. All the man's, all his energy is based on sperm. And once the sperm is gone, the energy is gone. And now you got the energy. So once I give you the energy, of course you energize, ladies. Stop wanting him to be energized when he just energized you. He just gave you a whole bunch of vitamin D, vitamin E, zinc. He just shot that up in you. So now you got the energy. So now you're supposed to go and be busy and let him relax. Stop trying to get him to do all this extra color and all this. Go make him something to eat. Take that energy shot in you and go do what it do. Stop expecting him to be Superman. That's why they taking 20 honey packs, and that's why they taking all of these pills, messing up their life. Now your husband dead because he trying to please you. So he taking pills so he can have sex all night. Next thing you know, he dead. If you think Viagra and Cialis won't kill him, you crazy. That stuff gonna kill him. You know what I'm saying? Once I put that vitamin E and all that in you, you got the power now. There is no such thing as pussy. You don't give me nothing. If pussy was a substance, it would be sperm. I say that over and over again. If pussy was something that somebody would get when they have sex, it would be sperm. We don't get no pussy. We hit pussy. We don't get pussy. We hit it. We hit the pussy, but we don't get no pussy. She get the juice. We pump the juice into you. That's what goes with your egg and make the baby. So then, what you want me to do now? Let me relax. You done took all my vitamins out my body. You are hyped up. Of course you are. You full of zinc, vitamin D, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin B12, nitric oxide. You full of it. Stop expecting me to be like that. I got to go take Cialis and Viagra, and I got to do all this extra shit to try to fucking do some bullshit that ain't even real. You understand? It's time for him to relax. Depending on his day, he might go to sleep. If he been to work and got up early in the morning, if he had a chilled out day, he'll pop back up. Give him an hour and a half. He gonna pop back up. He gonna be up ready. He might be ready to do anything. But it depends on what kind of day he had, what kind of week he had, what kind of work do he do, how much physical activity has he been to the gym. He might got to go to sleep. But you don't be forgetting he got up and went to the gym this morning. Forget he been working out in the living room. You got to, ladies, you got to be conscious of all of that. And then men and ladies, you got to ride or die. Once you marry her, or once you marry him, and you should have think it all the way through. And when you think it through and you marry him, you with him for rich or for poor, through sickness, through health, for better or for worse. You're supposed to ride out. You ain't supposed to tap out when things get bad, whether it's economically, sexually, or whatever. You ain't supposed to tap out. But now you taps out. Well, you tap out, then you go get with somebody else. But that person been with somebody else. And that person they was with a lot of people. And that new woman you got with, she's a beautiful woman. But what you don't know is that last scumbag she with gave her HIV. People is getting married and find out they got HIV. Decent people. Because you decent. But what about the person you slept with? HIV don't care because you decent. And y'all ladies know I ain't lying. It's easy for y'all to sleep with a scumbag because you know scumbags hide that they're a scumbag. They hide it. Ladies, you could be how long with these men before you find out he's a scumbag, where he hid it. I mean, rappers ain't no, it's not no rappers, not everybody. It's not no rappers got it, this one got it. People got it. Not rappers, people. HIV don't be like, oh, let me go, you gonna catch me because you're a rapper. No, anybody. Anybody and everybody. Anybody and everybody got it. Yes, HIV transmission rates vary across the U.S. states, with the South experiencing a disproportionate burden compared to other regions. While HIV diagnoses have decreased nationally, certain areas, particularly in the South, continue to see higher rates of new infections and people living with HIV. Geographic concentration. HIV diagnoses are concentrated in specific geographic areas, including certain counties, cities, and states, with the South experiencing a particularly high burden. The South accounts for a disproportionate number of new HIV diagnoses and people living with HIV, despite having a smaller percentage of the overall U.S. population. Some states like Georgia, Louisiana, and Florida have high rates of HIV diagnosis, while others like Texas, California, and Florida have the highest number of people living with HIV. Racial and ethnic minorities, particularly Black African Americans, experience higher rates of HIV infections in many states, including the South. MSM continue to be disproportionately affected by HIV, with higher rates among Black MSM, men who have sex with men. Okay? Medicaid expansion. States that haven't expanded Medicaid may have high rates of HIV diagnosis, potentially due to limited access to healthcare services. HIV diagnoses are concentrated in large metropolitan areas, particularly in the South. Basically, as far as the immigrants, look, let me tell y'all something. Let's keep it a billion. You could say immigrants, you could say this or that, right? Man, let me tell you the facts. Let me tell you the facts. In the U.S., over 1.1 million men were in prison in 2022 representing a significant majority of the incarcerated population. Specifically, 1,142,359 men were in prison that year, compared to 87,784 women. This means men account for about 93% of prison population. Furthermore, men are far more likely to be incarcerated at some point in their lives, with a lifetime likelihood of imprisonment 8 times higher than that of women. Ladies, let me tell you something. These men is in these prisons, ladies, and they messing with these men. They messing with these men. They got men walking around with their clothes custom designed to be like ladies. They got them with their boxes tight, walking around. And these be heterosexual men in the prison system are messing with them dudes. That is a fact. And it's coming out acting like he is a straight heterosexual. But they in them prisons, a bunch of them messing with men. It's a big, big, big secret. It's a huge secret, ladies. Nobody want to talk about. It's huge. It's huge. It's difficult to pinpoint an exact number, but research suggests that a significant percentage of male inmates engaged in same-sex sexual activity while incarcerated. Studies have shown that some men in prison have consensual sex with other inmates, with some men reporting that they had sex with one or more partners. Ladies, let me tell you something. These men going to these prisons, over 3/4 of them is messing with men in there. Y'all better listen to me. Over 3/4, some like 77% when you go in there. It's a fact. That's why I'm the realest alive. Look, tell me what it say. Studies indicate that a significant number of men in the U.S. experience grape or attempted grape annually, though pinpointing an exact figure is challenging due to various factors. Underreporting grape, particularly of men, is significantly underreported, making it difficult to gather accurate data. Many victims are reluctant to come forward due to stigma, fear, or disbelief. Methodology variations. Different studies utilize varying definitions and methodologies for data collecting, leading to a range of estimates. An estimated 92,740 men were raped in the previous year, according to a study using NVAW survey statistics. About 3% of American men, or 1 out of 33, have experienced attempted or completed rape in their lifetime. 1 out of every 10 rape victims are males. That ain't true. It's more than that. It's more than that. I remember my boy was locked up and he called me because I can't call him. He called me. I took the call. We talked and he said, hold on, Ram. He hold on. He like, man, I'm sick of y'all with all that. Then he get back on the phone. He said, man, Ram, I'm so sick of these punks in here. I said, what you mean? He said, well, I ain't going to say what gang he represents. He said, well, you know, with us, if they got a certain amount of years, I forgot how many years he said, like if they got to do 5 years or more, something like that, they allowed to mess with these punks. He said if they got a certain amount of time, our gang rules is if they got a certain amount of time or over, they allowed to mess with these punks. And they over here bothering me over this stuff, man. On my soul. Why you keep calling me dad? I don't even know you. Stop calling me dad. I don't know you. People really think you my daughter or something. Don't be calling me that. I don't know you, Faye. When I was in the county jail, I was in there 4 months. All right, but just don't call me dad, though. I got 6 children, you know. Just call me something else. Find another name, sweetheart. I got love for you, though. But don't call me dad because... Don't call me dad because if you fat, I'll knock that back. But I wear a condom. Hey, when I was in the county jail, I'm in my tip, and the brother comes to the tip. He got a large bottle of water. Obviously, the guards brought it in because you can't get a bottle of water like that. So he say, man, you want some of this water, Pharaoh? I was like, no, I'm cool. He said, you sure you don't want none of this water, Pharaoh? And then, you all good, baby girl, Faye? And I was like, no, man. He like, drink the water, Joe. So he give me the bottle of water, and I drink it, and there's vodka. I'm like, oh, okay, you just said that. Boop, boop, boop. So we standing outside my tip. The day room's open, everybody walking, we drinking the bottle. We getting scummy, talking about when we get out, blah, blah, blah. We in the county jail now. We ain't in prison. So they ain't really doing all that in the county jail. They doing that in prison. So I'm standing with my man, Cock Diesel, serious gang member, really chief in there. He really the one calling it. We standing there. A dude walked by And this one of the guys, this my man, we cool. He said, dude gonna stop walking around here with his booty sticking out like that. Or his butt. He said, dude gonna stop walking around with his butt sticking out like that. Now this dude, he been in and out of prison. We ain't in prison, no, we in the county jail. He drinking this vodka, so I know it slipped out. I know it slipped out. You know what I'm saying? So oh yeah, I remember. I know it slipped out. So I played it off. You know what I'm saying? I played it off. I couldn't let him know I heard that, right? So I played it off. And I was thinking, if I get found guilty and I go to the pen and he be at the prison I'm at, I got to poke his ass. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm going to have to shank him. You know what I mean? He don't know what I was thinking, but I was thinking, if I go to prison and he there, he come around try to buddy me, even though we supposed to be guys, I got to poke him. That's what I was thinking. I was like, it's ruthless in there. So I was thinking ruthless. I was like, if I go to prison and me and him end up at the same prison, I got to poke him because he got another side I don't know. He got another side I don't know. And he know way more of the guys than me because he from the west side. I'm from the south side. I don't know all them guys like he do. So we get in there with a lot of people they be knowing longer than me. They might set me up. And you're going to go in there, so they're going to come in there. 2 men going to hold one leg. 2 men going to hold the other leg. 2 men going to hold this arm. 2 men going to hold that arm. You ain't no Superman. And they going to do you. And you're going to have to go to the infirmary and get stitched up afterwards. Then they're going to be laughing. And then they're going to try to put you on girl clothes. They're going to try to break you and make you be a girl for real. Your dad wasn't going to allow you. I don't blame your dad. So, yeah, it's real. It's a whole bunch of STDs and diseases, herpes and syphilis and gonorrhea and HIV. It's a lot of it out here. A lot. A lot. A lot. Watch this. Oh, they took it out. They took it out. They be changing the information. But look, the number of sexual partners a gay man has in a year varies significantly, with no single average that applies to everyone. Some gay men have very few partners, even none in a given year, while others have many. Studies show a wide range in lifetime and annual sexual partners among gay men. A study using the General Social Survey in the U.S. found the median number of lifetime partners for a gay man was 10, but with a large range. 48.1% reported 0 to none. 35.4% reported 10 to 49. And 16.5% reported 50 or more. Need I say more? 50 or more. And or more, it could be a lot. That's why we got to bring marriage back and trust and honor in one partner. While Illinois has seen a decrease in new HIV diagnoses and an increase in those knowing their status and receiving treatment, HIV remains a significant health concern in the state, particularly among specific populations. Efforts to address the epidemic focus on reducing new infections, improving access to care, and eliminating barriers to treatment. You feel me? They don't want to tell you the whole story, how this is really going. You better protect yourself out here. Look, according to the CDC, the states with the highest HIV rates in 2022 were Georgia, 37.6 cases per 100,000 people. Florida, 35.5 cases per 100,000 people. Louisiana, 34.5 cases per 100,000 people. Nevada, 32.3 cases per 100,000 people. Mississippi, 31.1 cases per 100,000 people. These states are particularly located in the South and have higher rates of poverty, uninsured individuals, and substance use, which are factors that contribute to the spread of HIV. It's important to note that HIV rates can vary significantly within states, and some counties may have much lower rates than others. So you got it, man. Listen, you gotta clean it up, y'all. You gotta clean it up. Symptoms: fever, chills, headaches, night sweats, sore throats, muscle aches and pains, joint pain, fatigue, swollen lymph nodes, mainly on the neck, and mouth ulcers. Your cat's delivered and saved. They just need a little holy water. You know what I'm saying? You're going to stop playing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, y'all. It ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no joke. These numbers that we reading is not the truth, all right? He said, I seen a guy get raped in maximum security by a group of the guards. And the guards just let it happen. Yeah, they're going to just let it happen. You know what I'm saying? Heck yeah, they're going to just let it happen. It's brutal. It's brutal. And it's like a secret, you know what I mean? They're brutal, and it's like a secret. It's a secret, especially with the men. It's a big old secret, big secret. This internet is not telling the truth because they don't know the truth. Men ain't coming out of prison telling that. But I could tell you something, ladies. When a man want to do it the other way, you already know where he got that from. And he want to do it the other way when there's already a hole for that, and he want to use a different hole. You already know where he got that from. You know what I'm saying? This is bigger than people think. When you go out, you go to clubs and stuff like that, just look at the men. Look how they be hanging together. You'll see it. Once your eyes is open, you'll see it. You see how these men be all bunched up all the time? You see how you see a bunch of men at the club with no woman with them? You see this whole society with just always a bunch of dudes, no women. That's how you know. They lying. They lying. If they doing that, sister love, they got it from somewhere. Okay? They got it from somewhere. And they not clean because that's for waste. So that's not going to ever change. That's for waste, and that's going to always be for waste. That's an exit. That's not an interest. I mean, they're going to say whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can't listen to what come out somebody's mouth. You got to look at what they do. They're going to say whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like that. It's really like that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sister love, we have to work on that. It's really like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. You're supposed to keep them closed. It's my job to get them open. Sister love, you're doing right. I'm the one supposed to convince you. It's nothing wrong with having sex, y'all. Nothing wrong with it at all. But you gotta wait. You can't be having sex real quick. And it's 2025. But as you head towards 2027, by 2027, all new relationships, you're going to have to go to the clinic first. Remember I said it first. That's the future relationships. I meet you, you meet me. We like each other. We go on a couple of dates. We don't kiss. We don't do nothing. We decide we want to be intimate. We get up Monday or Tuesday. We go to the clinic. They got free clinics here. You go to a free clinic. We get tested. We get our results. Oh, hers come back clear. Mine's come back chlamydia. They give me some medicine. I take the damn medicine. I go get tested again. I'm clean. Now we a couple. Or hers might say chlamydia or this or that. Who knows? Somebody's might say HIV. Then it ain't gonna probably be no relationship. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna be the future. You have to get tested. Remember I said it first. Ain't nobody gonna have sex with you until you go get tested. That is going to be the future. That's for sure. Because nobody want to have sex with you and got something for the rest of their life that can't nobody get rid of. That's going to be the future. Before anybody have sex, they're going to go to the clinic and get a test. It don't cost that much if you pay, and then you got free clinics. You're going to go to the real clinic in the future. You're going to go to the real clinic. You and her are going to get a test before you get intimate. That is going to be the future. Man, ain't no getting around that. Because some people just got too many bodies. Been with too many different people. You meet somebody, you don't know them, you just meet them. So it's a shot in the dark. And they might not even be dirty. It might just been their ex was dirty. See what I'm saying? So if I'm with a woman and she tests and she got gonorrhea, that don't mean she was dirty. That could mean that her last boyfriend was dirty. And she never knew it. So it's not a strike against her. It's just a way. Show face news in the building. Hey man. Hey, you got some bars, bro. Hey, you got some bars. You need to go in the studio for real, fam. Yo, ex-partner, he could rap too, man. I said, damn, man. See, they was a perfect crew. They could have did the show together and dropped the doggo. You know, I was thinking, Showface, I was thinking about your boy when, y'all went y'all separate ways. That's cool, but I was thinking, damn, if y'all could have kept that together and dropped the album, I'm like, damn. I was thinking, I was like, boy, they was sitting on some money. But yeah, you got, man, go ahead and make it do what it do. It sound good, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I know it's too much friction. I know, bro. I wish both of y'all success. But yeah, bro, you're doing real. Hey, bro, you gotta do that for real though. You got that's gonna blow your channel up. You know that, right? Bro, if you shoot a real video, a real song and drop it, you're gonna go through the goddamn roof. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Even if you just gotta get your own little equipment and do it and just mix it down professional yourself. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always watching, man. I'm gonna support you till the wheels fall off. You already know, bro. I don't be switching up. Bro. I don't be switching up. Once I ride with you, it's up. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing the good work. Y'all go follow my man on Showface News. If y'all want to know what's going on fast, and you don't want to see the 8th video about it, and you want to see one of the first 2 or 3 videos about hey, Showface, if they want to see one of the first 2 or 3 videos about anything happening in the community, y'all need to follow, bro. People be like, why I know everything going on? Because I be watching Showface News. That's why I know everything going on. Fast as it happen. On my soul. Hey, Showface, don't I be knowing everything going on because you be done posted it. He know it 2 minutes after it happened, and I know it as soon as I see his video. The only way I'm late if I'm asleep or something and I didn't see his video till I wake up, man. He be see everything. I be like, dang, bro, don't sleep or nothing. Bro, just looking for the action. A real news reporter. They don't be respecting these people as real news reporters. Showface News is a real news reporter. You got to work to know all that's going on. You can't just know that stuff. You got to work. He be working his ass off. He getting that bag now, though. You getting that bag now, though, boy. Ah, yeah, you getting that bag now. But you know, salute, it's always love, bro. So that's what's up, y'all, with the HIV. It's out of control. It's out of control. Y'all got to be clean and be careful. You know what I'm saying? It's getting too bad. You got to, like, really check who you bumping with. They just ain't got too lewd with it. And always remember, when they report you the numbers, those ain't the numbers. So whatever numbers I'm reading you today, them ain't the numbers. The numbers is higher than that now. We got to wait till they take another report. Every time they take a report at the numbers, the reports are always going to be 9 months to a year behind. So what's the numbers actually today? Through the roof. Through the roof. Because they ain't even put Illinois on there, but here in Illinois, they saying this is a 911. But when I searched today, they didn't mention Illinois. So they not even telling y'all the truth. You know what I'm saying? The African president, he doing what he do. You know what I'm saying? He doing what he do. So that's what it is, y'all. Y'all have a good evening, good night. It's only 1 a.m. So I'm probably gonna do another live in a little while. I just want to let y'all know to be safe. That's all. Like, be safe. You know, it ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? Be safe. Because the medication is expensive. Once a week on this topic. I'm not. I could do it every now and then. I don't know about once a week, but maybe once every so many months, so I can get like an update. Because if I do it, I'm gonna be saying the same updates. But when I see new information on it, I definitely cover it. You know what I'm saying? I know they are. I know they are, Sister Love. They are. A many, and they got medicine for it, but it's super, super expensive. You got to be almost rich to afford it. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, people is drinking and partying and loose and just spreading it. You know, they got the young ladies turned out. So the young ladies is just don't even care no more. They rapping about it, you know what I mean? The young ladies is rapping about how nasty they are and what they'll do, how many people they'll do. And it's almost like they'll just do anybody anytime and walk up. It's like fast food joint. The way they be rapping about it, you know what I'm saying? I don't be trying to hate on the young people doing their rap, so I don't really say nothing, you know. I don't be wanting to hate on the youth doing their thing, but they definitely being like misguided. They being misguided. They taking sex like it's just like a recreation. No, that ain't no recreation. No, it's not recreation. That's serious. And then the birth control, they're gonna end up being sterile. So now you taking all this birth control. You 18, 19, 20, 28, 32. Boom, you meet a man, love you. You can't have no babies. You sterile. They ain't even giving our young people time to grow up. They're not giving them no time to grow up. They ain't giving them no time to grow up. It's tripped out. But that's what it is. Y'all be positive. You know what I'm saying? Stay positive, stay clean. Health is everything. Work out, exercise. You know what I'm saying? And learn this hand signal and teach this to your children. All right? Learn this and teach it to your children. Victory.